Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, look what has just arrived. This is a pre-war Marx 999 in absolutely terrible condition, as you see. Now, I found this on eBay for $5. I was the only bidder, obviously. And the reason for that, of course, is this thing is just absolutely eaten alive with rust. It has been stored in a wet basement, as you see, and it is just covered in oxide everywhere. There's oxide on the steel, there's oxide on the pot metal, there's oxide on every single moving piece of this engine. So anyway, missing a screw there. Haven't gotten to that yet. Anyway, this arrived about, I don't know, 1 o'clock this afternoon, something like that. And I bought this just to strip it for parts. But like I always stress, before I take anything apart and start to disassemble it, to cannibalize it, I always do my best to see what it would take to get it running. So, I got everything broken loose. I've cleaned the brushes, lubed everything, bypassed the E-unit. Now, this thing was dead. It wouldn't do anything, nothing. And this was just in absolutely terrible, terrible condition. But it reinforces everything I say about don't overlook the junk. So a $5 Marx 999 that was frozen solid when it arrived, didn't run, didn't buzz, didn't do anything. And yet, this engine is up and running. So let me turn the power on. I just got this put back together. Going to be the first run on the track pulling 20 Marx cars. Now, I ran this on the bench for about 10 minutes, and it's running surprisingly well. How it's going to run on the track, I have no idea. So a pre-war 999 in just absolutely terrible, terrible condition. And this has been stored very likely as long as I have been alive. It was a long, long time. So just got to put back together. Let's see how we do. A Marx 999, $5. Pre-war 999. $5 on eBay, I was the only bidder. That's about 50% power. So this is running absolutely perfectly. No issues with it of any kind. It's got lots of power. The headlight is working. So I bypassed the E-unit, cleaned the brushes, lubed it, tuned it, got it broken loose, and this engine's running absolutely perfectly. So like I said, don't overlook the junk. Now, like I said, I bought this just for parts. I was going to strip it as soon as it got here. But I always do my best to see what it would take to actually get these things running when they arrive, before I start to tear them apart. So, a grand total of, I don't know, an hour perhaps, 40 minutes to get it running. And then it's just a matter of lubing it and tuning it and getting it running well. But you'd be surprised. Scrub this with a bronze brush. Take the handrails off, repaint it, and this would look absolutely new. And there's no damage to it other than the fact that it's been stored so badly. And whenever you see this white oxide, and the rust, of course, is indicative of where it's been stored. This has been in a damp basement. Like I said, this has been stored for decades, very likely as long as I've been alive. It took a long time for that rust to progress as badly as it has. And the motor was frozen, didn't run, didn't buzz, didn't light, didn't do anything. And it was being sold as is, obviously. And so I figured I would just strip it for parts. But surprisingly enough, a few minutes work, and this 999 is actually running really, really well. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. Don't overlook the junk. $5 on eBay. So if you're looking to do this on a budget, this is the way to do it. All you have to do is learn how to fix these Marx motors and you can get almost anything within reason. You can get almost anything running. And in this case, this is running really well. And it's pulling 20 cars. Hard to beat that. $5 on eBay. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this thing. One of the worst engines I have seen as far as overall condition. I mean, just terrible. Just eaten alive with mold, or with rust. And like I said, I thought for sure that I would be pulling this apart and just using it for parts. But hours work, something like that. And this old wreck of a 999, pre-war 999, is up and running. So this engine is 80 years old. Like I said, it's hard to beat the price. And thought I'd be using it for parts, and surprisingly enough, it is running well. So just want to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.